Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a mystery that honestly drives language learners absolutely crazy. I mean, why do native English speakers sometimes sound like they're literal aliens speaking a totally made-up language? If you've ever felt completely lost trying to watch a movie without the subtitles on, trust me, you are in the right place. Today, we're going to equip you with a 5-trick toolkit straight from expert linguistic breakdowns to help you finally conquer real-world conversations and unlock that magic of actually understanding native speakers.
So let's just skip the usual agenda today and jump right into the big question. Why can't we understand native speakers when they talk fast? First off, I just want to validate that incredibly frustrating feeling. You study for hours, your textbook grammar is flawless, but the second you step out into the real world, poof, it all seemingly vanishes. You're probably thinking, well, they're just speaking way too fast. I literally just need them to slow down. But as we're about to see, speed? It's kind of an illusion.
All right, Section 1, Textbook versus Real English.
We've got to start by acknowledging the massive gap between classroom learning and spontaneous everyday street speech. When you listen to public speeches or, those overly perfect audio files that come with your language textbooks, they are literally built for clarity. You've got crystal clear pronunciation, strategic pauses, perfectly structured sentences, the whole shebang. But spontaneous, real-life speech? Yeah, it's completely different. It's natural, it feels incredibly fast, and it is honestly beautifully chaotic. And because it's structurally different, just taking an audio clip and slowing it down, that's not the answer. We actually have to understand the mechanics behind the chaos.
Which leads us nicely into Section 2, the magic of linking sounds.
Okay, here is the first major tool for your toolkit. The number one reason fast English sounds like one giant endless word comes down to phonetics. Natives aren't actually speaking faster, they're just super efficiently blending consonants and vowels together. Let's look at double consonants first. When a word ends with a consonant and the next one starts with the same or very similar sound, they just merge. So big game becomes big game. Stop pushing turns into stup pushing. Then there's consonant plus vowel, which is super common. The ending consonant just slides right into the vowel. Picket becomes picket. Turn on is turn on. And lastly, vowel plus vowel. When one word ends in a vowel and the next starts with one, we sneak in a tiny, almost invisible W or Y sound. Go out becomes go out. Do it becomes do it. It's wild, right? Phrasal verbs are absolutely the best place to see this in action. If you read a sentence exactly as it's written, with hard stops between every single word, it sounds incredibly clunky, like take it off and put it on the table. It's jagged. It kind of sounds like a hopping rabbit. But when you connect it properly, using those consonant to vowel rules we just talked about, it transforms into this smooth, natural rhythm. Take it off and put it on the table. Do you hear how take it off just melts into take it off? It's just one fluid motion.
Moving right along to Section 3, diversifying and using contractions.
To actually understand a native speaker in a movie or just hanging out, you really have to step outside of your educational comfort zone. Why? Because everyday English simplifies speech by dropping syllables entirely. People just don't pronounce every word clearly. Want to becomes wanna. Going to becomes gonna. Let me easily turns into lemmy, and out of turns into oughta. You need to rapid-fire practice these common contractions. Try saying, I'm gonna go, instead of I am going to go. Or, let me see. Practice these until your brain automatically recognizes them, because I promise you, native speakers use these literally all the time. All right, on to Section 4, navigating chaos, slang, and fillers. To survive real chaotic conversations, you've got to be like water, adaptive and flexible. Think about it. You're in a conversation, your brain is tuned into a specific grammar structure, and suddenly the other person goes totally off script with a random story full of rapid-fire details. People interrupt themselves. Actually, they interrupt each other all the time, and they change thoughts mid-sentence. When that happens, remember this. Relax, stay present, and focus on the main idea. Don't panic over every single missed word. Even if you miss a few details, your brain will naturally catch more context as long as you just stay calm. You can also start trading out perfectly grammatical but kind of rigid sentences for authentic, natural slang. These days, knowing slang is almost as important as knowing basic grammar. Instead of saying, she looks good, you might hear, she's got aura. Instead of, I want to get some coffee, a native speaker is almost always going to say, I want to grab some coffee. And instead of formally saying, let's relax, you'll hear, let's chill, or take it easy. Getting comfortable with these casual alternatives instantly makes you sound more natural and really helps you decode what others are actually saying. Alongside slang, you'll hear natives constantly relying on conversational fillers, like,
And I mean, we use these simple little fillers to give our brains just a split second to figure out what to say next. For example, I was, walking to the store, and, I ran into an old friend. It makes speech sound delightfully casual. But, a quick warning, don't overdo it. A few fillers here and there are perfectly fine, but too many can make your speech sound a bit messy and unconfident.
Finally, let's hit Section 5, your daily English workout.
Because just knowing all these rules, it's not enough. You have to train your ear and your mouth with a daily routine. Just like hitting the gym, consistency is absolutely key here. Step 1 is to mix your media. Start with slightly slower, clearer content, like BBC Learning English, but actively combine it with maybe 2 or 3 minutes of fast, natural speech from a TV show or podcast. Get that ear flexible. Step 2, when you hear a great linked phrase, write it down, keep a notebook. And step 3, which is absolutely crucial, practice shadowing. Shadowing is when you mimic native speakers out loud, matching their exact rhythm, their linking, and their contractions. It is pure magic for your pronunciation. Do a little bit of this routine regularly, and you are going to see some massive results.
To wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a quick question to think about. Which trick are you going to use to conquer the chaos today? You don't have to tackle the whole shebang at once. Just pick 1 or 2 tools. Maybe start listening for those linking sounds, or try shadowing a few contractions in front of the mirror. Start today, and before you know it, you'll confidently open the door to the magical world of real, natural English. So, what's your first move going to be?